this is the dress.
You ready? Let's go.
Pew, pew.
Tonight, flamboyant eccentric Chris relives his childhood
Honestly, I could just spend all day here playing.
with a fairy tale wedding in the woods for his heavily pregnant bride Corin.
There's a little bit crazy. And there's Chris crazy. I think he knows which buttons to press, and I think he knows not to take it too far.
This groom has huge ambitions,
I don't just want to plan a wedding, I want to plan an event. We can do this, we can do it!
but is he living in a fantasy?
Let's say I go mental.
I'm having a complete breakdown. Christina's had a panic attack.
While bride Corin believes in him,
There's method in his madness, and I know you don't all believe me when I say that.
her friends aren't so sure.
Has he drugged you or something?
Am I going all red? I get red when I get panicky.
Can this Mad Hatter pull off his delirious daydream?
I can't even spend the money in my head.
Or will it be a Neverland nightmare?
I'm all right, I'm all right.
You seem very calm about it all, Corinne. I'd be screaming blue murder wanting to kill him.
Pregnant bride-to-be Corin is expecting her second child with big kid and love of her life, Chris.
I am the exuberant, ridiculous, eccentric, like a rhinestone cowboy. And Corin is the anchor that grounds me.
You're like Dolly Parton. Because I've always been the sort of person that likes to plan and likes to know what's going to happen, you know, day by day.
Brought up in a sleepy Scottish village, 27-year-old nightclub DJ Chris moved to the bright lights of Doncaster 7 years ago, where he met Corin, 3 years his junior, but definitely the grown-up in the relationship.
Quite a homely person. Typical Taurus, I don't like change.
She's only 8 weeks away from giving birth.
Freaking hormones are doing my head in at the moment.
But their 7-year relationship didn't get off to the most romantic start.
It wasn't like our eyes met across a crowded room and we knew we were going to be in love forever. I wanted to sleep with Corinne and she didn't want to sleep with me. So I saw this as the challenge.
To be honest, I thought he was gay. I didn't fancy him or anything like that from the start.
Cheers, cheers.
But Big Mouth Chris talked Corin round, and they're now proud parents to their first son, Oscar.
Chris's strongest point in our relationship is the fact that he's such a brilliant dad. Because you spend all the free time that you have, you spend it with Oscar.
Yeah, becoming a dad when Oscar was born was just the biggest life-changing experience. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, hello.
After becoming a father, Chris decided to pop the question.
And when Chris proposed to me, I didn't expect it at all. I really didn't think that it was something that he'd really thought about.
It is important to me to be married, not just for the sake of that I want to be Corinne's husband, but for the sake that I think it'll allow me to be a better father, not only to Oscar, but to Bump as well, to one that's on the way.
I just really like the idea of us all sharing the same name and, yeah, sort of soppy, traditional stuff that I never, ever wanted before I had Oscar. But it's everything to me now.
And Chris is desperate to give Corin a spectacular day.
I'd say the entire wedding plan that I've got in mind is about making a big statement. My main priority is to give Corinne the wedding, not only that I think she deserves, but also that I think she will thoroughly enjoy.
And he's got it all mapped out.
I want a theatrical fairy tale wedding, like you've walked onto the set of a film or into the pages of your favourite childhood fairy tale book. I want you to be greeted by children dressed as fairies who take you on a walk through the woods till you get to where we're getting married, and it is spectacular. It is a visual feast that you can interact with. There's stuff for you to do all through the day where the kids act like kids and so do the adults.
While visionary Chris is away with the fairies, realist Corin is more concerned with the practicalities of her big day.
It's not so much the physical implications of being huge and walking down the aisle for me. It's just the added stress, I suppose, when hormones come into play and your emotions are a little bit heightened, you are more sensitive to things. bad timing, really. This is all suddenly very real and I'm very, very worried.
It's time for the couple to say their goodbyes.
Mum.
Mum.
Corinne's mum is on hand to pick up her daughter and grandson.
You'll be back here before you know it.
For the next 3 weeks, Oscar will divide his time between mum and dad, but they will have no contact until the big day.
I love you. Come on, go, 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 go.
Say bye to me. I knew it would be the hardest bit, I really did. I didn't think it'd be that hard.
Time to rise to the challenge and get things done. Let's plan a wedding.
Helping Chris bring his woodland wedding to life is fellow DJ and best man, Matt.
Happening, brother!
So, venue then? Perfect venue, what are you thinking?
Because I'm not going down the normal route of, you know, find a venue, get a church, traditional type of view. I want to discover somewhere. I want to go out and find somewhere. I know exactly how I want it to look. On the upside, we'll be able to play armies in the woods.
Camouflage pants, walking boots.
Damn straight.
What are we going to do then? Google Maps it, find wooded areas, drive there, look round.
It'd have to be something pretty special. It'd be great if Corinne wasn't pregnant, because we could just do it anywhere and get her so drunk that she wouldn't know.
I like it when we have good plans.
So with their only aim to track down a wood, the boys hit the road.
Rock and roll. Road trip.
Meanwhile, Corinne is at her favourite tea shop, wondering what she's let herself in for.
Everything is going ahead and it's very strange. And I'm panicking because I know I'm wondering, is he sat at home playing PlayStation while he should be planning my wedding?
And then we have Russell, our talking tree, like you do, obviously, in an enchanted forest.
Corinne needn't worry, there's no PlayStation, just a playground.
If it carries on like this is awesome.
Chris's first stop is the forest at Stockeld Park in Wetherby, where woodland helper Amy is on hand to show them around.
So what we're approaching now is what we call our fairy chimes to call on the fairies. So your guests can take it in turns to call on the fairies.
Let's go. I don't know what we're going to see next. I'm excited. This is amazing. Somewhere like this is ideal. It's the, you know, old English forest with big trees and everything in it. It just fits perfectly.
But Chris's fantasy could easily be scuppered by reality. In England, you can't legally get married outside, and only a licensed building will do.
So this here is Gretel's cabin, which normally we sell hot chocolate and mulled wine out of. Now, you need to do some further research, but the only suggestion that I have regard to licensing, which might be a loophole, is that this is a structure.
Yeah.
And you could potentially license this structure.
Open it.
Let's be honest, it's a garden shed. But in the mind of creative genius Chris, it's the greatest stage on earth.
Corinne comes up, she comes through the enchanted forest and sees all the magic of it, and it's completely blacked out inside here with a curtain parting off the middle. And somebody just leads her in and says, just stand there, you'll be okay, and closes the door behind her, right? Now, next up, we have somebody here with a big old leather-bound book, and all the guests turn up and stand around or sit down on the hay bales at the front, and we have Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to tell you a fairy tale that's being written as we speak. And the doors open, and the curtain falls, and lights come up inside. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit emotional. Think about it. This is beautiful. This is the fairy tale wedding that I want to give her. And the doors open, and we get married. We can do this, we can do it.
Chris may be getting excited over a wooden shed, but with just 3 weeks until the wedding, his plans are already starting to splinter.
I think you need 28 days for...
I think that as well.
To licence any structure. So I think you'll just, if you do some research, I think that's what you'll discover, is that it's almost impossible, even if we were to use Gretel's cabin, because the wedding is in such a short time.
We don't have 28 days.
Down but not out, Chris hatches a new plan. North of the border in Scotland, Chris could get married outside, but it's a long way from Doncaster and a long way from Corin's dream of a quintessentially English wedding. She's brought Mum Sharon and bridesmaids Danielle and Samaya to see her perfect venue.
That's amazing.
This is what
This is the secret.
It's amazing.
You like what you see?
It's gorgeous.
I don't know what you've got pictured.
This, if I did it myself, this is exactly what it would be like, with the bunting and the exact same flowers and everything, everything.
Relax.
Exactly the same.
Good.
Every conversation we've ever had, this is what you've described. I can't believe it's...
I know.
It's real.
And it's not actually what I'm gonna get.
Nope, not while Chris is in charge.
God.
Determined to have his woodland wedding, Chris has come to Maybe Forest in southwest Scotland.
What a view.
You do that like a child.
It almost makes me feel patriotic.
You actually get married in there, OK? And you can have an aisle and you can have your seating, but we leave that up to you to decide how you want it. It's all about you, really.
Yep, it's all about her. Or maybe not. Led by Ranger Mark, the boys head deeper and deeper into the woods.
I would say it's a shotgun wedding, but we've already got one kid, so technically it's a sawn-off shotgun wedding, as we're calling it, because my fiance's 8 months pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing every pregnant woman loves, it's hiking. After a lengthy walk, Chris's dreams are finally starting to come true.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Chris must be nuts. He forks out 500 quid to get married on a bare patch of ground, up a long muddy track in the middle of a forest.
It's very useful because it's everything so close together, because it's hard to get about when you're pregnant.
When you come up to this area, when you've actually finished in the service, we usually ask the guests to come up here, have a drink, just to celebrate that you've just got married and enjoy the gardens.
It's a proper secret garden.
It is a proper secret garden.
It is. I'd never have known it was here.
While refined Corin dreams of manicured lawns, marquees and bunting, wild man Chris is yearning for yurts and mud huts. Just perfect for a heavily pregnant bride's wedding reception.
We're just setting up at the moment for a wedding on Saturday.
Corinne, this table's everything you've ever dreamed of.
I thought it would be somehow.
Yeah, it's perfect.
There's little wishing spoons.
The teacups.
It's absolutely perfect. That's done it now.
Has that done it?
Yeah, that's done it now.
It was a hug.
I was hoping this is what I want. Something tells me it won't be that civilised now Chris is planning it.
She knows her man so well.
Amazing.
Chris's reception venue is not so much civilised, more caveman.
Oh, my God. It's everything. It's the smells and everything. It's just amazing. Don't tell me there's anything more. I don't think I could take it.
What food would you have, Corinne?
Like a 3-course meal. I just know that I wouldn't want, like, something daft like a hog roast.
This here is a hog roaster.
I can still
yeah,
smell.
you can probably still smell it.
It's
you look at the
amazing.
grip tray, you will be able to still smell it. This is 2 8-foot-long log fires burning for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Piggy.
In the middle.
In the middle. Looking like a piggy should look.
Apple in mouth.
Not quite. Big steel spike up its arse.
Charming.
Wow.
So you get ready in here. There's an ensuite next to the main bedroom, and that interconnects with the small bedroom there for the bridesmaids to get ready. So you've got everything here that you need.
I want to live here now. I want to move in here instead.
Whilst pregnant Corin dreams of a plush, luxurious, comfortable honeymoon suite, big kid Chris seems determined to give her a scouting weekend.
Can we have a little squint in through the door? This is 2 single beds which can make into a double. Water, cooking on gas, dead cosy wood burner.
Brilliant.
And down here at the bottom, these are composting loos. Have a sniff value, sniff that, and see truly if you think it's smelling horrid.
Our car's worse.
I can't say I've ever used a composting loo before. I might drop a deuce. No.
Been here for 5 years and it's never needed emptying.
Oh, my God.
It's got Corin written all over it. If I could have gone out and picked a venue for Corin, this would be it. Like those teacups, kind of, that sold it for me.
I don't want to be walking far or having to go to different places to do different things when I'm going to be 8 months pregnant at the time I get married. It's just not practical, and I really hope that Chris has thought of that as well.
I'm not going to compromise on this. This has to be an exclusive book, and it has to be the whole thing. It has to be us. How much are we looking at?
For the accommodation, the whole site, excluding the catering, £930 for the night.
For everything?
That doesn't include the catering.
For the whole thing? Sorry, I've been doing this all the week.
Is that within budget, do I detect?
Within budget? Come here, you beautiful man.
I can charge you more if you prefer.
Catering, hog roast. How much are you thinking?
2,600, as near as round figures, would be exclusive use of the whole site and hog roast.
It's a big cost to take in, but who cares? Pencil us in for the 5th of August and I'll give you a phone call tomorrow night.
So Chris forks out £2,600 on a woodland wedding complete with reception yurt and a honeymoon tent with ensuite composting loo.
I'm going to have £9,500 left over. Right, let's say we allocate half of that for a wedding dress, right? Let's say I go mental, right, and get Corinne a £4,000 custom-made, designer wedding dress. That still leaves me £4,000 over. Let's say I spend £2,000 on my outfit. Let's say I go mental and have a costume designer make mine. That's still £2,500 left over. Let's say I spend £1,000 on transport for 2 coaches to get up here and take everybody that I want to be here. That still leaves 1,500 quid left over to just play with. And that's... I can't even spend the money in my head.
With the woodland venue booked, he now faces the tough task of transforming it from a forest into a fairy tale.
I said from the beginning, I want to make something that's unique. I want to make something that's ours. I don't just want to plan a wedding, I want to plan an event.
He's come to a film set prop shop to gather together as many elements of his favourite fairy tales as possible. But he's struggling to focus.
We could go mental in here and have so many things out in the woods, and they'd all look great, but we don't want to overpop. Is that a pirate ship?
Looking properly, yes.
They're amazing. Look at them, they're huge. They're so big, it makes you feel smaller, which is what we're trying to do, is make people feel like kids. Honestly, I could just spend all day here playing. It's just quirky and different and weird. It's me. See, this is a time where Corinne comes in handy to go, yeah, they look good, that'll look a bit jokey.
Without his sensible sidekick, Chris blows £1,000 on fairy tale knickknacks.
The toadstool table, carousel horse, big and small. the little ones and the big ones. The Narnia wardrobe door, the drink me bottle, the giant lollipops, the giant cupcakes, the giant cup and saucer. This is starting to add up.
You're more than welcome.
I want this to be something that almost becomes a fairy tale in itself, so that people who are at the wedding tell their grandkids the story of our wedding, the story of how much of a fairy tale it was.
5 days in, and while Chris's fairy tale vision takes flight, Corin is bogged down with the realities of being 8 months pregnant.
This morning, I'm going to see my midwife, check in, see how baby's doing.
Ever the sensible one, she's focusing on the practicalities of the big day.
I just really hope that he's taking into consideration the fact that I'm struggling with travelling, you know, struggling with even walking at the moment. I've got a lovely little waddle.
Hi, come on in. Hi. How are you?
Okay.
You're right, good.
Meanwhile, eccentric Chris has started considering practicalities, sort of. He's checking out another way to get pregnant Corin around the forest.
So I understand you've got a particular mode of transport to show us today.
We have, yeah. See what it might do your trick.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we go and have a look?
This way, yeah.
Yeah, this is primarily the wedding car transport for my 8-month pregnant fiancée, who will struggle to get around on the day.
So we're 32 and a bit weeks then, aren't we now?
Yeah.
So let's check this blood pressure then, make sure that's okay for you.
Okay.
Perfect, that's lovely.
But Chris's blood pressure is going through the roof.
Oh my God! Good God, it... Who needs Alton Towers? Get out of the way, sheep! Right!
As soon as I lay down, he wakes up.
Oh, that's beautiful, Corin. He's loving it in there, isn't he?
Oh my God! This is a cliff!
Everything else seems absolutely fine, so we're doing dead well. See you again, bye-bye. Good luck.
Oh my God! I think this will do the job and more, to be honest with you.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. You can put the champagne in the cup holders as well.
I hope he takes it into account on the day that I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm sure he will have done now. I'm sure he will have done.
I think it's a yes, as far as I'm concerned. We need something to get her around on the day, and what could be more apt than this? Right, OK, give me the pen for the ideas thing, right? Because we've got...
1 week down, and Chris has already spent £4,000 on a wood to get married in, some giant fairy tale props, and an all-terrain go-kart.
What I want is I want everybody else in the world to realise how important this is and work at the same pace as I am.
Chris does have another wedding surprise in store, but he's keeping this one very close to his chest.
I want to hold your hand.
That's not what I'm capable of.
Oh! It's like being constantly electrocuted. I think I might have just shit myself.
Across town, Corin is on the hunt for her fantasy dress. And she knows that being a bride with a bump could prove difficult.
I doubt there's a very big selection of maternity wedding dresses, so it'll be limited in choice. But
there's lots of sheets.
It is.
And
It's
nice
nice to meet you.
I'm Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Go to end upstairs.
Oh, okay.
What we can do is we can pin you in quite a few of them and then show you the shape of how something would look.
I thought Greece was pretty limited to one style of dress.
What we're doing is we're choosing a shape that hasn't got any empire line on it, then we can add things to accentuate your rib cage and your waist up here underneath the bust, which will be lovely on you.
I hope that somebody tells him that he can just get a dress altered, because I didn't know that, so he's definitely not going to know that he could just get a normal dress altered. I thought that you did have to just stick to maternity or a certain cut of normal dresses.
But unfortunately for Corin, maternity dresses are exactly what Chris and his mates are looking for.
We're looking for a wedding dress for my 8-month pregnant fiancée.
Okay.
I hope you might be able to help us out with some pregnant lady dresses.
We do have this one that's
like
beautiful.
that.
It's more flowing. This would be more ideal for it because it fits under the bust.
Yeah.
And that would fit over a bump. And it's more ideal because of the lace back there.
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
fit
So it's
nicely around
adjustable
it.
almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're obviously restricted because she's
Yeah.
she's pregnant, but I do really like this. If we could take
it's very
it up
flowing.
a bit.
Yeah.
It's very Corin, that one.
So we're on the right track.
We are on the right track, yeah.
Good.
No, you're not. Corin wants to show off her bump in a fitted dress.
Oh, look. I just love it. It's just absolutely beautiful. Love that it goes in at the waist, because even though I'm pregnant, I think I've still got a decent waistline.
It's just everything Corinne's ever dreamt of. It's all she's ever described to us and more, really.
Can I just buy it to walk around the house in? Yeah, I thought that because I was pregnant that I wouldn't be able to get the dress that I wanted. I thought lace was a no-go. I thought it would be just a typical, like, a Grecian, goes in at the bust and out dress. I thought that would be my only choice.
So she doesn't want a typical Grecian dress. Got that, Chris?
Yeah, I think we're definitely along the right lines with this type of flowing.
Yeah.
I might see what it's like on.
Okay.
But she's as tall as me with high heels on. I'm not trying them on, though.
She is, isn't she? She is. No, she is. She's just, with high heels on, she's the same height as you, because she's just that little bit taller than me, which you are, so...
Or if we can get Alex a pillow.
Get in.
I'm not putting the dress on. No way.
So keeping it on all the time is a sign of a really good dress. A sign that you love it. If you don't even want to take it off, it doesn't even fit.
I think he might have put in a bit more thought than we're actually giving him credit for.
Really?
Look at the length, though. That's perfect. You look more pregnant than she did.
He knows what looks nice on a person.
Chris.
I'm not looking at you.
This is your baby.
I just hope Chris comes up big time, I'll tell you.
Feel really nice.
Chris has finally narrowed it down to 2 long, flowing Grecian dresses. But to make the final decision, he needs to see what they look like on someone without a beard.
Okay.
Yes, okay, yes. 100% yes.
I think you picked the right one.
Because I honestly think that that's the type of thing that she'd pick even if she wasn't pregnant. Even if she doesn't like it, the most important thing is she'll look great in it.
Sold. Chris splashes 500 quid on a maternity-style dress for Corin. Halfway through his wedding plans, and with Corin's dress in the bag, Chris is turning his attention to the bridesmaids. Corin's mates haven't always appreciated his wacky ways or daring dress sense.
This could either go perfectly well or horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. There's one item in here that you're going to shit bricks about, right?
This is hot pants. I'm gonna cry.
It is hot pants, but no. Don't worry. It is hot pants, but they're not what. No. Listen to me
Chris,
here.
we're not doing
You
it.
just listen to me a second, right? The thing I've seen that's the closest thing that we can get in here is hot pants.
No.
But they're going to be a lot long. Don't
not
worry.
happening.
They're going to be a lot longer. Will you just trust me on this one? Come on. They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. This is just to give you the vision. Ignore the colour scheme type of thing for the minute. No, listen. And ignore these because I'll be able to see what you had for dinner. Like I said, it doesn't all have to be uniform.
Are we all just gonna look like a load of random people?
It's gonna look...
Oh my God.
I know exactly how this wedding's gonna look. If I put you guys in wedding dresses, you're gonna look more ridiculous than you would if I put you in this. I can hear them giggling in the background. What a Matt, how do you think that went?
I think it went better than I actually thought it would.
I knew he was capable of it, but I didn't think he'd do it.
Corinne's gonna go mental. She really is gonna lose it.
Am I going all red? I get red when I get panicky.
Unbelievably, 2 of the girls actually agree to go along with Chris's hot pants vision.
Are you coming round to the idea maybe a little bit now?
I'm not dealing with Corinne after this. This is going to tip her over the edge.
But with 2 bridesmaids breaking ranks, Chris is forced to reconsider.
Should just bite the bullet and leave it to them.
So confident Chris lets the bridesmaids take over. Isn't he supposed to be organising this?
I think Corinne would actually really like something like that. What do you think, Tilly? Just bearing in mind, like, we'd all have the same scarf, but in different places.
I absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie, it is nothing like the idea I originally had in mind. Are you all comfortable in them? Are you all happy in them?
We've
stuff,
taken what you've shown us and made it so that Corinne's not going to go ape.
I'm happy with that. Let's do it.
So Chris is happy, but bride-to-be Corinne isn't. It's the final week, and she's still in the dark about when she's actually getting married.
Do you feel like you're getting married this weekend?
No. If it turns out it's Chris's fault that I've not had an invitation yet, then I'll be divorcing him faster than I'll be marrying him.
But the invite is on its way, and Corinne's in for a big surprise. And it's not just the sight of groomsman Alex in another dress.
What's this? Okay. This is interesting.
What is it? Let's have a look.
Yeah, to do something different, didn't we?
Oh, you
Keen to impress his fiancée, Chris has made his very own invite. A sort of Chrisogram.
invitation.
I'll be yours and you'll be. Lay with me, I'll lay with you. The things that lovers do. Put the stars in our eyes, and with heart-shaped bruises.
I was going to say as a drummer. Oh, he's keeping us waiting even now.
Oh, you idiot. What the hell?
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh!
Oh my god!
Sunday the 5th. Sunday! Oh, God, we've got a date. I can't believe he shaved his hair.
It's alright, it's too
Is it a real tattoo?
It's a real tattoo.
You're joking. You'll not forget your anniversary.
I know, I've got my wedding date. That's really strange. I'm getting married on Sunday.
It's 2 days before Chris's fairy tale dreams are due to become a reality. But right now, he's in dire need of a fairy godmother. He still needs to order flowers, buy rings, get Corinne shoes, and organise a very late hen do.
Oscar, come on, Oscar.
Just put, sorry, last message for me only had half of what it should have.
You sent the message, that's done. Oh, crap. We need to get rings.
Crazy Chris's fairy tale wedding is starting to look, well, a bit grim. But at least he has bought Corinne's wedding dress, and she's on her way to see it for the first time.
Really, really anxious at the moment. Feel a bit nauseous. Sometimes I think, oh, he knows me really well. He knows what I'll like. But then sometimes I think he's still a guy.
Hi, you must be Corin. Hi. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Wendy.
Nice to meet you.
So did you go?
Heavily pregnant Corinne dreamed of a shapely lace dress that could be fitted to her bump. But what will she make of Chris's Grecian maternity-style gown?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Shall we try it?
Yes. I'm panicking now.
You ready?
Yeah. It's not what I expected at all.
You pleased?
I think so. I don't know. I just want to get it on and see what it looks like on.
Just hearing her then, I'm hoping it's okay.
Just can't wait to see it.
It's her day, and I just want everything to be perfect for her.
Oh! Well, that wasn't the reaction that I expected.
It's lovely!
I can breathe. It's just not what I expected at all.
It's nothing like the fitted dress that Corin fell in love with, but she seems determined to take it in her stride.
I'll tell you something, I did feel a little bit too hot in the other one that I tried on, you know, because it was heavy. This is nice and light, and I don't feel like I'm on fire.
But even she can't overlook the fact that Chris hasn't got her any shoes.
Shoes? Oh, yeah. Women don't wear the wedding dress again, let alone a maternity wedding dress ever again. I would like some nice shoes, and I hope that he has thought about that.
We really kind of have to trust him that he's thought about everything and not just the dress, and she's going to just be barefoot.
It's the day before the wedding, and as usual, Chris is doing things his own way. To get Corin nearer to Scotland, he's decided to send her on a very late hen do up north. Only problem is, he's been rather sparing with the details.
It'd be nice to know what's going on so we knew what to take.
It's okay for, like, boys to plan a wedding. I don't think it registers with them that all this has to come with a girl, just overnight. We need to know details. It's crazy. Typical. It's just typical of them.
I was saying, I bet Chris thinks this is something really, really nice and exciting and romantic, that it's just whisking us off somewhere.
I'm just getting a bit lightheaded. I need to sit outside, I think. It's like 2 hours till we need to set off, and we don't even know where we're going, what we're doing, who's coming. We've got to phone them now.
Chris doesn't want the girls to know the wedding's in Scotland, so he's sending them to a hotel just south of the border. But he's in danger of taking his secrecy too far.
Right, let's get some information.
Bonjour.
Don't you think it's about time you gave us a little bit of information as to what's happening today?
Samir, chill out.
Chill out, are you for real?
Yeah, chill out.
I'm having a complete breakdown. Christina's had a panic attack. We don't know what to pack. We don't know where we're going.
That's why you've called me, so I can give you a bit of information.
But I shouldn't have had to have called you, Chris. You should have called us. You should have had this sorted sooner.
We're playing our hand close to our chest. Because the earlier... Yes, we are. Yes, we are playing our hands close to our chest. Because the earlier I give you a postcode, Samir, the earlier you get on Google straight away and find out exactly where you're going. But if
Well, of course I'll be on Google finding out where I'm going.
If I leave it till the last minute...
Then you're going to be so rushed off your feet now, packing, that you
won't have a chance to actually find out where you're going.
You'll just be able to put the postcode into the sat-nav when you get in the car, and there you go.
So I need a sat-nav?
Yeah, you need a sat-nav. We can get you one if you need one.
I am going to kill him.
It wasn't me that was late and letting them know. It was late and them calling me to find out what was going on.
I would have thought he would have sorted the transport out for us rather than leaving us to sort it out ourselves.
They'll have just been like, oh, we'll get the girls to drive.
Aware that the wedding's tomorrow, the girls pack their outfits and head off for the hen party. But 3 hours of travelling isn't proving to be that much fun.
I'm so tired. And fed up of travelling, and Samir's driving. Oh, we're at a hotel.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Crown Hotel. Thank you. You had a safe journey?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Good.
Ever thoughtful Chris decides to get the girls an extra last-minute treat.
There's going to be a maximum cap limit on this of £100 that we're going to put in towards it, but I think that should be more than enough, to be honest with you. It's to be delivered, yeah.
And the girls have glammed themselves up especially for the occasion.
It was going to be a good night. It does feel like a bit more like I can do now. Unless we don't know about something that we don't know about.
Of course he has. Hi, Chris.
Samir, hello, my dear. You all right?
I'm all right, love. How are you?
Not bad at all. Basically, we're going to give you a number for a Chinese takeaway in a second.
He's getting us a takeaway.
We'll put £100 behind
The till so that you guys can basically just get wherever you want.
Chinese.
Yeah.
And it'll be delivered there, and you can just kind of sit around, have a girls' night in.
There, and basically eat Chinese food.
Lovely.
Takeaway at yours?
We're getting a takeaway. but it's not even ordered. We've got to go on Just Eat, which we can't because we've got no signal or laptop.
I don't really understand why we've come so far for a takeaway.
Just want to cry. I think that the sentiment was there, just not the planning, really.
Corinne may still have faith in Chris, but her bridesmaids are close to mutiny.
If it was me, I would have killed him.
And I think that when we got here, they just expected everything to be sorted. But typical Chris, of course, he had to leave things till the last minute.
Like, even from the beginning, she's just been totally besotted by him, and like, this could have gone worse than what it has, yet Chris would still be her number one. Like we said, she's his number one fan, and she always will be.
I'd like to think that Chris knows me well enough to know, which buttons you don't press, and unless he, really does find something that really irritates me or really upsets me, it's unlikely that I will, at any point, think, oh, I can't do this, and get stressed out and snap. It takes something pretty drastic.
Let's hope the wedding tomorrow is more sweet than sour.
It's my wedding day, I'm excited. I'm getting married.
The big day's finally arrived. With only 5 hours to go, the fairy dust still needs to be sprinkled on Chris's woodland wedding.
Ah! No! Here we go. Just get it to a position where it's sturdy on the ground.
The plan is for all the wedding guests to enter through a Narnia-inspired wardrobe. Chris's mates are on hand to help, but only he knows exactly what he wants for his Wonderland vision. Ouch.
Shit. This is the massive Alice in Wonderland drink bottle. Slowly but surely it is all coming together, yes.
2 massive toadstools.
Perfect, absolutely perfect.
Across the border at her hotel, the usually unflappable bride is starting to flap.
Right now, I feel really, suddenly very anxious, kind of nauseous. I still don't know if when we leave today we've got a long journey still. I don't know what time the ceremony is or whatever's going on. I haven't got the foggiest. I don't even have any shoes.
We don't know how we're getting there. We've got all of our stuff here, so I assume we're driving there. Yeah, so we're just in limbo again. Thanks, Chris.
The thing is, I know with Chris there's always method in his madness, and they've got no reason to think that. They've got no reason to trust him like I do.
It's like, is it a secret or does nobody know? Is it, have they not decided yet?
I've got faith in him. I just hope he proves me right.
But with less than half an hour to go, is Corinne's unswerving faith misplaced?
Everything is kind of a little bit behind schedule because it took longer to get the stuff up in the woods than we thought, but we're all getting dressed. What time are we on now? Christ, it's 25 to 3. I'm getting married in 25 minutes. Come on, let's go.
Corinne.
So say that again, darling.
Do you have any shoes?
No, I haven't got any. It's the one thing I don't have.
What are you going to wear?
I don't know. You know what Chris is like. He'll be doing something dramatic. I don't think he will have forgotten about them. He better not have forgotten about them.
Like that food?
You got those shoes? Thank God for that. We thought we'd lost them.
In the woods, Mad Hatter Chris is running really late for a very important date.
I don't know where the chest is, Matt. I don't know where it is. Right, there, my rings. They are CDs because we haven't had a chance to burn them yet. That is my marriage certificate. I need to keep this on me at all times from now on. 3 o'clock.
There's a spare bag, Chris.
Well, we've got the
Rubbish bag.
Corinne's still waiting to go to the ball, but where are her glass slippers?
Corinne, how long are you going to leave it before setting off to find out about your shoes?
What if you don't get any shoes at all?
Then I'll have to wear flip-flops then. He won't have forgotten shoes.
You seem very calm about it all, Corinne. I'd be pacing this room, screaming blue murder, wanting to kill him.
I can't believe how trusting you are of him.
You're so patient.
I need to be trusting with him. I've let him plan my wedding. Now's not a good time to not trust him, is it?
Where are your shoes then?
3:05. We're not too far behind. There's another picture I wanted to get. It's in Fred's car. I'm all right.
At the hotel, Corinne's mum turns up to inspect the bridesmaids' outfits.
Okay.
You all look really unhappy.
It really, really, really could have been worse. We had to go with what we'd got. It was like 8 o'clock at night in Meadow Hall, all of us there, all these different girls needing the same dress in different sizes or the same hot pants as we originally went for. It weren't happening.
I'm thinking, what was he thinking with denim hot pants?
He said, I've got a vision for you, just go with me.
None of it worked.
There's method in his madness, and I know you don't all believe me when I say that.
Has he drugged you or something?
Just because I'm calm?
I can't understand how you can still be calm.
I don't know what to expect. What's going to happen now?
After a grilling from her bridesmaids and shoeless on her wedding day, is Corinne's trust finally starting to waver?
I'm going to bring the guests down now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wonderland. Follow me.
Already an hour late, Corinne sets off for her wedding in her flip-flops.
I finished the dress.
Do you know what? You can't see them. It doesn't matter.
You can't see them.
Don't know what to do about the stuff in the room.
Christina, we're going to sort this out.
We'll sort it, don't you worry.
Good luck. A couple of things from Chris to give to you.
But Prince Charming hasn't forgotten her shoes after all.
Shoes.
Look, I've got flip-flops.
Flip-flops, do you want to do it now?
Thank you.
But he's not out of the woods yet. And as the heavens open, it's starting to look as if Chris's plan for an outdoor wedding could be a woodland washout.
Said welcome to Scotland. We just crossed over.
I did not know
Just
that.
crossed over.
You don't need a passport.
I hope it's not outside now that it's chucking it down. Yeah.
A little bit damp in the rain.
Thank you very much.
Have yourself a seat.
Calm before the storm. Well, calm before the sunshine, I mean.
Oh, come on, son. Just come out. Give us a break, man. At least it's not torrential.
Nearly an hour and a half late, Corinne finally arrives. It looks like Chris's luck is in, as his bride brings the sunshine.
Wow, look how bright it's just got for you. It must be a sign.
Welcome. If you want to follow me.
God. Nervous.
Feel it now. Not long now.
I can't stop giggling. Okay, we're going through a wardrobe.
Stepping through the wardrobe, the bridal party are transported into their very own fairy tale woodland. Corinne wanted a pristine English country garden wedding, but she's been whisked away to the rugged forests of Narnia.
This is really beautiful, isn't it?
I mean Scotland.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, you're joking.
I'm sensing a theme, obviously. He's put a lot of thought into this.
He's thought about what you want, isn't he?
Oh, I'm just really happy. It's all lovely.
As heavily pregnant Corinne waddles through the enchanted woodland, Chris is left waiting even longer.
He's been such a busy bee. Oh, wow.
Is that a carousel?
This has to be the world's slowest bride on the world's longest aisle.
Lots of, like, storybook feeling, isn't there? It's like the 3 bears. It's better than I ever could have imagined.
Come on. Just seeing bridesmaids carrying a dress. Unless there's another wedding going on, that's Corinne.
take things to another level, doesn't he? And that's exactly what he's done. I feel sick, I'm so nervous.
After 3 long weeks apart, Chris can finally give Corinne her fairy tale wedding.
Good afternoon. Marriage is, of course, about partnership and sharing, and it has less to do with perfection than with loving someone for who they really are, loving their faults as well as their virtues. I didn't mean to look at Chris for faults. Sorry.
Story of my life.
They've now chosen to exchange their vows in the traditional manner. I, Chris, declare.
I, Chris, declare.
That I accept you, Corin, as my legal wife.
That I accept you, Corinne, as my legal wife. You are my whole world.
And with you, I am complete.
And with you, I am complete.
I, Corin, declare.
I, Corin, declare that I accept you, Chris.
As my legal husband.
As my legal husband.
Jess, would you like to take the ring for Corin? I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Please wear it always.
Please wear it always.
And when we are apart, please look on it and think of me.
Please look on it and think of me.
It's now my very happy duty, Chris and Corin, to pronounce you husband and wife. You might want to have a kiss.
It's different, it's crazy, it's wonderful, but no one could have expected this. It's better than I ever expected. Just a million times better.
It's her own secret garden. It's even better the venue we went to see before. It's amazing.
I'm really, really sorry that we doubted him.
The whole thing that I had in my head of, it'll be worth it because the next time I see her, you know, she'll be my wife. And I just had to keep telling myself that over the last 3 weeks.
And the surprises don't end there. No fairy tale wedding is complete without a carriage.
Seriously? You think I can get in that? In this?
This is my wife.
Corinne wanted an English tea party for her wedding reception, but Chris organised a Scottish teepee party for his. What will she make of his quirky plans?
Now, if the weather's nice, we're going to get these hay bales out here and get everybody sat round. But if the weather's inclement, when we come up to do the speeches, this is the roundhouse. And this sleeps 18 people as well, so this will be more for the party harders. This is our abode for the evening.
So I had the hotel last night and I have a yurt tonight.
Swept away by her wonderland, Corinne doesn't seem bothered by the dreaded hog roast. And even the bridesmaids have been won over by Chris and his big kids' fairy tale.
It's brilliant, like we all think it's amazing, we all love it. So.
It's just lovely to see it all sort of pay off today. I cannot believe we're up a mountain and we've been in a forest.
I think we were all pretty shocked with what Chris came up with. She's made her own little wonderland.
So with the fairy tale couple now married, it's time for the last chapter of their big day.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I announce the new Mr. and Mrs. Adamson?
I'd like to introduce you all to someone. My wife! Best man in title and best man in general.
Sir.
Thank you. Mwah.
On paper, sticking a very, very pregnant woman in the middle of in a forest, you know,
with composting toilets.
Yeah, and walks between everything. I wouldn't have done it, but you did, and now I'm really enjoying it. People have been talking about this for a long time.
Exactly.
I have faith, as stupid or as crazy as whatever things may be when you do it, it always does tend to work out. And I've been saying to people, you know, have faith, he's got a reason, there's method in his madness. So part of me has been thinking, please have method in his madness. Please let this work out.
I'd say the last 3 weeks have been, without doubt, the hardest 3 weeks of my life. And that is not because you've got to plan a wedding, and that is because I've got to be away from this wonderful woman. And now I can, but it's worth it, because now I can call you not a wonderful woman, not my girlfriend, not even my fiancée, but I can say, this is my wife. Love you.
Next time, Space Cadet Anthony
One small step for a man, one giant leap for wedding planning.
wants to give his fashionable fiancée
I had these before Kate Middleton's.
a wedding that is out of this world.
It smells like a wedding.
Will she get the day she deserves?
You're expecting me to marry this guy?
Or will this geek's plans
Everybody loves lasers. My grandma always used to say that.
for their big day
I can't even talk about it, I'm so excited.
go up in smoke?
You might have to lift up his visor to say I do.
There's one thing wrong with him in there.